Welcome to 5678, a movie musical podcast, where two best friends, separated by geography but united in their love for musical theater, review and recap movie musicals. Each episode we will dissect a new movie musical, ranging from the 1930s all the way up to today, all the while giggling, snorting, and generally being absolute dunces. So powder those noses and tape down those boobs. We're about to start rolling.
5, 6, 7, 8.
There's no business like show business.
Maria.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My
Of the music of the
Oh, wow. How do I even begin this? Welcome, dear listener, intrepid heroes, to this 10th episode
10.
of 5678, a movie musical podcast. I am Anna,
I am Grace.
and we are so happy to have you here for episode 10. We have been sitting on this for a while, and we are very excited.
So excited.
I am calling in from New York City, surrounded by all kinds of beverages, because I got that summer cold, baby!
Yeah.
We're here!
I am calling in from New Zealand, covered in blankets because it is winter here.
Time zones.
Yeah.
All right. I can't hold it in any longer. We are doing the 2006 seminal classic,
Masterpiece.
High School Musical. Where were you in 2006 when you saw this?
This was 7th grade. I was in my first musical that year, which was West Side Story. Perfect thing for 11 and 12-year-olds to do.
I remember very vividly in 7th grade, I did not see this on like the Thursday night that it came out.
Yeah.
But or maybe Friday night or whatever, but I very distinctly remember the next school day, everyone talking about it and me not knowing what they were talking about.
Oh no!
Like, what?
I don't remember exactly when this came out. I know that people were starting to talk about it, but we had a TV, but we didn't really have cable at that point, and we definitely didn't have, Disney Channel or anything. And so I don't think I watched this for, a year until it, came out on iTunes. And it was the first movie on iTunes.
Which is wild.
So
I don't
crazy.
know when I saw this. I obviously have seen this at some point prior to this week, but I don't remember when I saw this. I just distinctly remember
It's just
everyone else
always been
having
a part
seen
of my
it
life.
and me not. Yeah, it's part of the zeitgeist.
Yeah. Especially since this came out, in the years before I went to high school, and I went to a performing arts high school. This was just, such a big thing. And I think I definitely watched this with my theater people in high school. And that was the last time I watched it, was whenever I was in high school. So it's been, a decade.
I don't remember the last time I've seen this movie. I
Yeah.
will tell you, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, I did see a all-girls middle school production of High School Musical, and I think it was junior.
What a blessing that entire sentence was.
It was wild! No,
Yeah.
the girl that I babysat played Kelsey.
Oh, good.
Oh, fuck. And you know what else I've seen this? I've seen High School Musical on ice. Because my cousin is an ex-professional figure skater, and she played Kelsey in, the national and international tours of High School Musical on ice.
That's, what a joy.
So yeah,
What an
I did see
absolute
that
joy.
at some point.
Okay.
Basketball's on ice. Anyway,
Basketball.
that's my history. All right. Everyone forgets, but we open
Oh, man.
this Disney Channel original movie in a ski lodge
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve.
Starting strong with a very uncomfortable teen New Year's Eve party.
Honestly, nothing fills me with more dread or fear than a room full of teenagers, then and now.
Oh my god, this was the worst possible thing that I can imagine. So we start. We haven't even started.
Good start.
So we start, and we get our heroine, who is named Gabrielle. But
Gabriella
Gabriella,
Montez.
but we don't know that yet. She's a nerd, you can tell because she's reading.
She's different.
And her mom comes up and says something to the effect of, "Don't read, go hang out with a bunch of teens you don't know, without supervision, while all adults are drunk. That's a word for word. Cut to
a young high schooler named Troy and his dad are practicing...
Baby Zac Efron!
Playing basketball? Practicing basketball? Practicing scrimmaging basketball, just the two of them. Instead of going to this party and similar situation, the mom comes in and is like, I want to go to this adult party. So Troy, you go to your party and your father and I will go to this adult party. Cut to the party. So many tweens, and Gabriella is there and so quirky. She brought her book to the party and finds a quiet spot to read.
And Troy is looking around very uncomfortable in his brown sport jacket. And then suddenly, oh no, this party has karaoke.
If someone made me karaoke as a tween, I would have burst into flames.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't have.
Also, it's not even voluntary karaoke. The first duo finishes, and then the MC of questionable age is like, all right, who's next? And their random spotlights go out through the crowd, and one lands on Gabriella and one lands on Troy, and they have to sing now.
Oh my god, and they don't even get to choose the song. It's wild. This isn't how you karaoke. And the MC says to them, someday you might thank me for this, or not, and then gives them a mic and just walks off. What?
Gabriella is super, super shy, and Troy's like, I'm too much of a jock to sing. Yeah.
I don't know, I felt like he was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but in the way of oh no, I'm a jock, I don't
I don't
want
sing.
to do this. Yeah. But the song starts, and the song is called Start of Something New, I think?
I believe so. That's my guess.
It is such a classic Disney melody.
It's so Disney Channel. All of the songs were just aggressively Disney Channel vibes.
I loved it. This is the first movie that I have seen recently in our last 10 episodes. And so it was a different experience of I've never heard these songs before, or I'd heard different versions of the songs. I knew every single song.
I knew every word. Yeah.
I had some of these on my iPod.
Yeah, 100%. And we start strong with some Zac Efron not singing, very much lip syncing.
He's dubbed.
And the weirdest wide mouth singing I've ever
I wrote
seen.
that his like a frog.
Yeah, just such wide mouth.
Opens his mouth to swallow the world.
Yeah,
God,
I think
that
he
was
just
weird.
doesn't know how to lip sync, and because he wasn't singing his actual songs, he didn't actually know how his mouth should move whenever he's lip syncing.
Yeah. Gabriella starts to sing, and Troy immediately gets heart eyes.
Oh yeah,
there's this
shook by her
weird
voice.
moment where they've gone through the first verse and they're going into the chorus or whatever, but he takes off his jacket and everyone cheers.
Very funny.
A weird, bizarre sexualization of this.
Teenager. Yeah.
I hated that. And also, suddenly everyone is so invested in their song. There is so much ensemble acting in the background.
Much ensemble in this whole movie.
I want to say, dear listener, just to paint the picture, I watched at least the first half of this movie. No, actually, I'm sorry, all of this movie while I was working on set of another TV show, and I felt ridiculous watching High School Musical on set of this other TV show. It was.
Did you feel judged?
I was hiding my phone in my lap, oh God, no one walk by and see what I'm watching. I don't want to explain this.
Cool. So yeah, everyone starts jamming to this song. She almost falls off the stage, but someone catches her. And then they finish the song and they introduce themselves to each other, Troy and Gabriella.
We cut to outside. They're having some awkward teen conversation. He says she's a good singer. She says she's too shy normally to solo. And Troy's yeah, I only sing in the shower. And then, oh no!
Midnight
it's the
countdown.
New Year's Eve countdown. Guess they have to kiss, but they don't.
And they very awkwardly do not kiss. Do you notice that they didn't kiss this entire movie?
I did notice that. Yeah.
Because Disney.
No, there was a kiss on the cheek.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
And there's an almost kiss that's ruined by Corbin Bleu at the very end.
Yes, because he is the worst wingman.
Oh my God. I have thoughts and opinions on him. Anyway,
yes.
They exchange numbers on their flip phones, and he doesn't realize, she sneaks off after they've exchanged numbers, and he doesn't realize that, and he confesses to no one that singing with her was the most fun he's had on vacation. Turns around, she's gone.
It was very sweet, though. I thought that his character actually was very sweet. I thought that he was a worthy teen hero.
Disney lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Unlike Corbin Bleu, who was kind of a dick the whole movie,
Yeah.
Troy was very supportive of everyone.
Redeemable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a children's movie or teen movie. Like, we're not getting like super subtle character developments.
No.
Here.
Okay, but these 2006 phones, Anna, what was your first phone?
My first phone, I got my first phone in 5th grade because I would get like major separation anxiety if my mom was like 5 minutes late to pick me up from school. So I had like a cheap little flip phone. In high school, I had a Sidekick and then a BlackBerry.
Nice. My first phone was a Nokia.
Indestructible. Shit's still around.
But then I got a nice phone. I got a,
Do you have a Razor?
No, I wanted a Razor, but I did not get a Razor. It was one that, like, slides up and then has, like, the full keyboard.
Let's keep talking about the movie. We cut
to 1 week later.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, we see a bunch of teenagers teenagering all over the place. The ensemble acting, just great. Corbin Bleu shows up.
Yeah, we get a nice little exposition from Corbin Bleu's character, Chad, about their basketball team is going to the championships in 2 weeks, and Troy is the star player.
My question is, are championships normally in January? Isn't that normally like an end of school thing? Or is it different with basketball? Because
I could not know less about basketball. You're asking me?
You are the one who has been to a basketball game most recently.
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I went, doesn't mean I knew.
Also, one thing happens, Troy gets off the bus and people start cheering. Like, it's been 2 weeks max. What is going on?
I think it's just Disney laying it on thick that, like, he is the star of this school.
Yeah.
Cut to an interior hallway of the high school. We have a pretty popular blonde girl with another guy, like, strutting down the hallway, and everyone moves out of their way, like, awe and fear.
Strut. She is in a full pink skirt, suit, and heels. It is
She's in heels this whole movie. We don't know her name yet.
And everyone moves out of her way.
Smash cut, we also see Gabriella and her parents also walking down a school hallway, and she's talking about how she's nervous. Sorry, it's not her parents. It's her mom and then, like, the principal of the school.
Principal Dave.
They're walking down a hallway. She's saying she's nervous to start at a new school. She tells her mom she doesn't want to be the school's quote-unquote freaky genius girl again.
She's wearing kitten heels, which I hate. Anyway, sorry.
Her mom says, like, just be Gabriella.
Cut to
interior drama classroom. I'm saying this now to clarify this. This is the homeroom period.
It took me so long to figure that out.
I'm saying it now because I didn't figure that out till much later. But it's the drama classroom is the homeroom of a bunch of characters we're about to list.
The drama teacher is Miss Darbus, and she has a throne with the masks of theater behind her and a velvet curtain. She is the amount of extra I aspire to be.
She's my favorite.
It's like her and Zeke, man. Top 2 characters.
Oh my god, justice for Zeke.
Team Zeke.
We haven't even introduced Zeke.
We'll get to Zeke.
All right. Troy is already in the classroom. Everyone's kind of filing in for homeroom. Gabriella enters and Troy can't believe his stupid eyes.
Oh my goodness. Sharpay tries to get Troy's attention, but that doesn't work.
Sharpay was our blonde girl in the hallway that scared everyone, yep. And Troy, like, tries to, like, figure out if it's Gabriella or not, but, like, she keeps turning away from him, so he decides to call her phone.
In the middle of this, this is also while Darbus is, like, doing the announcements, so the auditions for the spring musicale are soon. Also, there's different auditions there's pair auditions for the leads. Insanity.
I think the person that wrote this script had never
auditioned for anything
audition.
ever. Yeah. Well, actually, the guy who wrote this used to be a music journalist, so we'll get there.
Troy calls Gabriella's phones. It rings, but, like, everyone pulls out their phones, being like, is that my phone? Shit. Sharpay's phone is confiscated. Ryan, who is the guy she was walking down the hallway with, he's her brother, is confiscated as well. Troy's phone is confiscated. Gabriella's is confiscated as well. We also meet a new character during this, Taylor, the
leader of the Smart Club.
Decathlon president. Oh, yeah, and Chad and Taylor's phones are also confiscated.
Well, they aren't confiscated. They just get detention because they make comments.
Yeah, everyone gets detention.
Exactly.
Troy and Gabriella then, like, meet up in the hallway afterwards. They're like, oh my god, it's you. I can't believe it's you. And Troy's like, why are you whispering? And Troy's like, it's because singing is a secret. Ball is life.
So he tells her that his friends know about the snowboarding, but not the singing, and she, like, walks off and he follows, and they see the sign-up sheet for the school musical, and they both say they won't audition. It's impossible. Enter Sharpay, being very creepy.
Oh, Sharpay comes around the corner, sees Troy and Gabriella, like, looking at it, and does what any egotistical musical theater soprano and diva does, and writes her name. If there's, like, 10 lines for the sign-up sheet, she writes her name in, like, red Sharpie across the whole thing.
It's wild. So she says that she and her brother have starred in all of the musicals. It's like, what, their sophomore year? That doesn't mean anything. Sit down.
Also, is Sharpay flirting with Troy? I can't tell.
Yes, I think she is, but it's not good.
Cut to basketball practice.
So Troy runs the idea of auditioning by his friend Chad, and he is shot down. Musicals, gross.
I love Corbin Bleu as an actor. This character sucked. The writing for this character sucked.
Like, cruel.
Yeah.
And so they start doing drills.
Oh, I'm sorry. Really quickly, Chad's argument of, like, why musicals are bad, he says, like, the music in those shows isn't essential to culture. And he says, do you think LeBron auditioned for his High School Musical? And I'm just like, Space Jam!
So then we start our basketball song.
Oh.
Get your head in the game.
Basketball choreography.
It was good. I liked this choreo.
It was the full team playing basketball drills. and clearly they got kids or young adults that were basketball players and good at basketball. And some of them are good at ensemble acting and others are not.
So not. Some people have, like, no facial expression. They are lip syncing so aggressively.
Oh, yeah.
It's so bad and does not match up. This is my biggest gripe of the entire thing, is that the lip syncing does not match up to the song. But then we get, like, this moody moment
Spotlight.
of my head's in the game, but my heart's in the song.
Yeah, it's like everyone crowds around Troy, and then they fall to darkness, and it's just a spotlight on him, and he's just, like, gesticulating into camera.
Direct eye contact to camera.
Yeah, but then, like, back to basketball.
And then all the boys cheer, and they run off pumped, and Troy is very conflicted.
Yeah. Cut to
Math? Science? I don't know.
Okay, this was...
It's like
Listen.
It's a science classroom with math on the board. I had questions.
Hey, okay. I thought it was science class because I saw, like, tubes and Bunsen burners. Mm-hmm. So take that into mind, dear listener. Sharpay and Gabriella are there. Sharpay is bugging Gabriella about how she knows Troy. And then I wrote, hang on, is this science or math class? Because Gabriella, being the, like, genius math girl that she is, corrects the teacher. She's like, isn't that supposed to be, like, this? And the teacher's like, no. And then looks and she's like, oh, fuck, you're right. So there's math on the board, but science on the desk, and I don't know what's happening. It felt very lazy.
Very lazy. So Sharpay is shocked that Gabriella was smart, and Taylor, the leader of the Smart Club, was intrigued. So, cut to Troy checking out the audition sign-up sheet,
Again.
And, you know, he's just looking at it, and Ryan, who is Sharpay's brother, sees him from the background and grabs Sharpay to tell her. Sharpay says that Gabriella was looking at it too, so they go to search the internet.
Oh my god. 2006 internet search. Sharpay just online searches Gabriella's name and she finds articles about Gabriella's scholastic achievements.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Just this one thing. Did you notice that she typed in Gabriella Montez and it said returned over 48 results?
I did not clock that.
I paused it to make sure I had it right. So she decides to print out all of these things. Cut to detention, which is basically just tech for the musical. So.
Yeah. Detention is painting the sets and making the costumes. Darbus is like, you will work for me.
Darbus just yells at this one girl who's making a costume, gold! More gold! And I lost it. So, and I don't know what this show is. There's like a giant moon and a tree and a camel.
It's an original.
Wild.
It's an original piece. Because they probably couldn't get the rights to anything.
So Taylor runs in, and she is thrilled that Gabriella wants to join her Smart Club.
It's the Scholastic Decathlon.
Right, Smart Club. And Gabriella isn't feeling it.
Yeah, and so this was Sharpay's plan. This is the weirdest plan. Sharpay put the articles about Gabriella in Taylor's locker, and Taylor took that to be like, oh, Gabriella wants to join the Scholastic Decathlon team. How did you...
But couldn't
talk to me about it? It was just
like...
shoved articles about herself into my locker to prove she's smart. Flawed.
So bizarre.
Flawed logic.
Cut to
Basketball practice. Except
Coach Dad.
I called him Coach Dad too!
God, I'm so glad.
This whole thing is just Coach Dad.
Coach Dad.
Troy's dad is the coach of this basketball team. The team is called the Wildcats. We haven't said that yet.
Yeah, go Wildcats.
But shocking, Troy and Chad aren't at practice because they're in detention. And
Yep.
Coach Dad, who looks just like Michael C. Hall,
Ooh, yeah.
runs down to the theater and just yoinks them from detention.
I know. I don't know how that works, but they go in and Darbus is still ranting about cell phones in that theater, and he yells about his team and sends the boys to the gym. And this one moment was a moment of very silly joy where Troy grabs Chad from inside of the tree, and he's just like clutching a basketball that he's apparently had with him this entire time.
I love the trope in movies and TV shows that, like, sports players carry the ball around with them at all times.
All the time. Gotta identify yourself by carrying the ball of the sport you play.
I've never seen that in real life.
Never, under any circumstances. Put it away. Leave it in the gym. Anyway.
Cut to Darbus and Coach Dad are in front of the principal, like, arguing their case of, like,
Yes.
why Troy and Chad need to be in detention versus practice.
Principal Dave is like, okay, everyone needs to grow up. We're all a part of the same faculty. But how's that basketball doing? So
Yeah,
it's
clearly
obvious
Coach
what
Dave is
his priority
biased.
is.
Back at practice, Coach Dad drums it into them that they need to be 100% focused on their goal, but Troy has doubts about singing. Doubts.
Cut to outside the school. Taylor's trying to convince Gabriella to join her club, but she says that she's not interested. She just wants to get used to the new school and catch up on the curriculum and sort of get to know how the school runs before she joins anything. And then she asks about Troy, and Taylor says, unless you speak cheerleader, he's not interested.
Like, Troy's a dumb jock.
And, she asks, have you ever tried to get to know him? And she says, no. You'll see how it is in the lunchroom tomorrow. Song foreshadow.
Oh my god. Cut to Troy's house. Surprise, more basketball. Coach Dad, just Dad now, I guess, is grilling him about, like, how he got detention. And Coach Dad thinks that this is, like, all Darbus trying to get to him. Like, get out of your own ass for a second. Like, this is not a plot for you. And Troy tries to talk to his dad about, like, trying something new in life. But Coach Dad is just, like, all basketball all the time.
Well, it's like he gives him some good advice, but he completely misses the point where it's like, he's like, oh, what if you try something new and your friends laugh at you? And his dad is like, then they aren't your friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, great advice.
Sure.
But then he's like, so don't worry about other things and just focus on the game. And I'm like, no, come on, Dad.
I have a gripe for this scene. So there's going to be college scouts at the championship. Clearly, Coach Dad,
He's like a sophomore.
Well, I know, wants Troy to go to college and play basketball, or maybe, like, play basketball professionally. But he's bugging him about the college scouts that are going to be at the game, and also that potential scholarships he could get. They have a literal mansion for a house with, like, their own basketball court. Why are you putting
So much
unnecessary
money.
stress on your 16-year-old about getting scholarships?
His mother must have the biggest career because his dad is essentially a high school
Justice for
dictator.
Troy's mom. She only had one
Justice
scene.
for Troy's mom, who we never see.
Next day, we're in the homeroom with Darbus.
Sharpay gives Darbus a gift. I don't know. She is in hot pink pants and silver LaDuca shoes. It is wild.
Sharpays and Laducas?
I think they are, but
Oh
I
my
do
God.
not know because I think they're the same ones she wears in Bop to the Top later on, and those are definitely LaDucas.
Darbus reminds everyone about the musicale auditions, and then, so I thought this was homeroom, but then she just starts teaching them about Shakespeare, and I'm like, you don't learn things in homeroom.
I had that too. Yeah, I had that question
Unless it's
too.
like a situation where it's a rotating schedule, so the classes aren't the same every day, so they would start, like, they had homeroom, but also, like, their first class of the day was theater. That kind of class probably would have been an elective, and there's no fucking way Troy and Chad would have taken that class.
No.
So
No.
I don't know why.
Maybe she was just teaching on Shakespeare until homeroom was done.
Holding them hostage, like, you will learn about Shakespeare.
So later on, Chad wants to practice during free period, which is when the auditions are, and Troy is like, I can't, I have homework. And he runs off, and Chad calls bullshit and tries to follow him. But Troy gives him the slip and runs off through a car workshop?
Yeah, like through a metal shop work.
What?
There,
No, but there's like cars there.
I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
in New Mexico they have like an auto mechanics class. I didn't question it.
This school is insane.
Troy gives Chad and later his father the slip, and he sneaks into the theater.
Yeah.
All right, continuity thing. First, he sneaks, and he's hiding backstage because he sees Darbus come into the theater with other people who are there to audition. And then the next time we see him, he is in the back of the house. I don't know how he got there.
Though I will be fair, I have made that runaround because in our theater in high school, to get from one side to the other, if there was like a projection going on, you couldn't go behind the scrim, and so you had to run all the way around if you needed to get to the other side.
Yeah,
Many a time I slipped and fell
Your
in
logic.
those slippery character shoes.
I hear the logic. I don't believe Troy has ever set foot inside this theater, so him
Valid.
finding his way, I can't believe it.
Through the back hallways?
Yes.
Yeah, no. So, Darbus gives her speech, basically, sing and I'll let you know if you suck. Apparently, this musical that they're doing is a completely original piece written by a student composer, which is very cool.
That's incredible. If we're to
Team
believe
Kelsey.
that the rest of, like, a good chunk of the songs to come are original pieces by this, freshman?
Yeah.
Team Kelsey, all the way.
Yeah, hands down. So, they do the auditions. Everyone
Everyone's
sucks.
bad. We next see Troy watching all of this in the back of the house. Logistics.
Mm-hmm.
And Gabriella finds him hiding and watching, and they watch Sharpay and Ryan come out and do their audition.
Fully choreographed.
Yeah.
So basically, Kelsey she's been playing the piano for all of these auditions, and so she gets ready to play for Sharpay and Ryan, and they're like, oh no, we had our pianist make a new arrangement. And so basically, they pop her song. So her song, which is a very piano melody, kind of a love song, gets turned into like this pop song that they do a full choreographed bit to. They finish their song, and one of my favorite lines is said. They're like heavy breathing and holding their pose, and Sharpay whispers to Ryan, it's like, you shouldn't have done the jazz square. And he's like, it's a crowd favorite. Everyone loves a good jazz square. And I giggled.
So, Kelsey looks just utterly disgusted with what they've done to her song.
I know. So sad.
And Kelsey tells Sharpay that if she does the song, Kelsey wrote it to be much slower, much sweeter, and Sharpay's like, if. Obviously, that she's going to put the part, but she's like, oh, Kelsey, my sawed-off Sondheim. What?
Oh my god.
Oh, like a log, sawed-off Sondheim. And Sharpay straight up bullies Kelsey, being like, I'm going to be doing this show. You need to listen to me. Nya, 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 nya.
This show isn't about you.
Yeah.
She wrote it, but
Yeah,
whatever.
she wrote it.
So Darbus asks if anyone else is there to audition, and no one comes through, and then she closes the audition, and right at that moment, Gabrielle comes running out and says she wants to audition. And this is another moment of joy. Troy has the funniest reaction to her running out.
It's the best physical comedy. It's so funny.
It's peak, hands down, top 5
Just, like,
moments of this entire movie.
Befuddled, frustrated physical comedy of just like, what are you doing?
Teenage, like, spinning.
Oh, it was amazing. Darbus tells Gabriella, like, sorry, solo auditions are over, and you don't have a partner for a duet. And Troy's like, I will be her partner.
Yep, and Darbus is bitchy about it and says, no, I said auditions are over, and she leaves.
The theater waits for no one.
Kelsey then is packing up her music and trips and drops all of her music, poor dear. Apparently they had to do this several times because, like, sometimes the papers wouldn't fly out of the folder, sometimes they would fly off of the stage, so they had to do it like 8 times until they got one where the papers both flew out but stayed on the stage.
Oh no,
so
that
funny.
poor actress. Troy and Gabriella go and help Kelsey clean up her papers, and they make small talk.
Yeah.
Troy asks Kelsey why she's so afraid of Ryan and Sharpay, and kind of like builds up her confidence, saying like, hey, this show wouldn't exist without you. And I don't think Kelsey's ever had anyone be nice to her ever.
She looks shell-shocked, but she asks if they want to hear how the duet is supposed to sound. And so she goes to the piano, and Troy and Gabriella sing it together. Perfect harmonies right away. Again, wide-mouth frog singing.
But it's nice. They do a good job of it.
It is.
And
Very
surprise, Darbus heard the whole thing. She was lurking in the back of the house, and she's like, you have a callback.
Now, I have a thing that I wrote down that I just want to... If Ryan and Sharpay are always the leads, that really limits the shows that they can do. No romantic shows.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, like, there was very little... well, I'm assuming that every show they've done has been a junior version, where it's just, like, platonic.
I did West Side Story when I was 11.
You went to a performing arts high school.
That was not at my performing arts high school.
Okay.
That was before. Anyway, yeah, it was just one of those things that popped into my mind that I was like,
it does limit it. But you know what? Disney didn't bother to think about that.
Nope. So Darbus tells Kelsey to work on the duet from the second act with them, and Kelsey is thrilled. And she's like, I can work on it whenever. I can do before class. I can do after class. You can come to my house. We can do it when basketball class is over. I giggled. It was
I
great.
love Kelsey, but also Miss Darbus's just refusal to learn sports terminology in this entire movie.
Yeah, it's like a character trait at
I
that point.
love it. I love it. I love it. Smash cut to Sharpay in the hallway seeing the callback list and yelling, "Callback!"
Just scream.
Because she didn't think she was going to get a callback because she just thought she was going to get cast. She didn't think she was going to have to go up against anyone.
Right, because she didn't see that the other two auditioned. Chad comes up laughing and asks what's wrong, and then sees Troy's name on the callback list. So mad. Cut to lunchroom.
Oh.
Sharpay is so mad that Gabriella and Troy are like trying something new and straying outside of their cliques. Someone has got to tell her how things work around here.
We get the confession song.
So, this is the song, Stick to the Status Quo.
Oh.
And so, basically, I love this song. Kids from different cliques are saying if Troy can come out about something that he's passionate about that, it isn't normal to his clique, I can too.
It starts with a random basketball player we've never met before, but his name is Zeke, confessing that he loves to bake. If Troy can tell his secret, then I can tell mine, and everyone straight up bullies him for it. This song is awful. It is...
Yeah, the theme of it is awful, but, it is a joy to watch.
The execution is good, the subject matter is abysmal.
Awful. Yes, so Zeke says that he loves to bake and just pulls a creme brulee out of his pocket. Another girl who's part of the Smart Club says that she likes to dance hip-hop. She's great. Love her. And then a skater kid says that he plays the cello. Love that story for him.
Everyone in their social circles bullies everyone for their confessions in this song. Like, no,
Absolutely.
Stick to the stuff you know. Don't try new things.
Sharpay doesn't like this because people are starting to reveal things about themselves, and she comes down the stairs of this giant cafeteria, and Gabriella comes in and slips, and her lunch of chili fries falls on Sharpay's shirt.
And Sharpay just, freaks the fuck out. Darbus enters, and he goes, "What's going on in here?" And Sharpay says that Gabriella dumped the lunch on her on purpose, and it's all a plan to ruin the musical. Like, what?
I don't understand.
This makes me so angry, because there's no logic behind this argument.
None. So Troy comes in, and Chad confronts him about auditioning, and he's like, ever since, people are doing crazy things. Zeke is baking, and Troy's like, oh, that's super cool, man. What are you making? He's like, this is a creme brulee. It's really satisfying. And I'm just like, great,
and Chad's
amazing.
just
I love the support.
our team is coming apart because of your singing thing. No, people can't do other things. They can only do the one thing it's the worst argument, and
so bad.
I love Corbin Bleu, and this character is awful.
What was the thing that you said that Corbin Bleu was in? I
Kiss
couldn't
Me,
remember.
Kate.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that was right. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember. It was one of the ones that we'd already done. So, cut to Darbus going to visit Coach Dad in the largest locker room.
Oh my god, the biggest locker room.
So big. And she's just strutting through, trying not to look at all of these teenage boys.
With her poncho.
It was a very bizarre scene. Anyway, so she accuses Coach Dad of fucking with her show, saying that he sent Troy to sabotage it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a practical joke.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what she's talking about, but then when he makes fun of the title of the show, she takes that as oh, he definitely is. This was a plot. And she storms off, and he says, good luck on Broadway, which that actress was on Broadway several times.
Cut to Sharpay's locker. Zeke comes around the corner and is like, hey, Sharpay, if you ever want to come watch a basketball practice, I really like that. And she shoots him down, and her final line is like, evaporate, tall person. Cut to Gabriella's locker. She opens up her locker, and a note. A note fell out of her locker.
A note?
Is it another article about her scholastic achievements?
Did this ever happen to you? Did people leave notes?
No.
In your locker? I think we passed notes in class, but no one ever left a note in a locker.
Okay, it's bing boom bong, real quick. High school logistics with Anna. My high school hallways were outdoors, 'cause Florida.
Oh, right, Florida.
So, open air hallways. I'm trying to even remember where my lockers were. There weren't just hallways of lockers. There were where you could get a building with a wall. They stuck some lockers onto it. So, and they were small. I've never had the floor to ceiling, big no, I had one that was
No, I had a half locker.
Yeah, a half. I've never had a full locker. And no one's, to my memory, no one slipped me notes in my locker. Anyway, the note was dun-da-da-da,
From Troy!
yeah, up on the rooftop, click, 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 up You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Oh no! Oh, I'm red. Oh.
Troy waits for Gabriella on a rooftop full of flowers? Question mark.
There's a garden.
It's the science club.
There's so many clubs. There's sport club, there's art club, there's science club, there's smart club. A lot of clubs.
This is a great character development scene for Troy and Gabriella.
It was so cute. And I think their chemistry is really good.
If they weren't dating when they did this, they were dating as soon as they finished it.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely
dated for,
were.
like,
They
4
were dating from like
years.
2006 to 2010. And the only reason I know this, dear listener, is because I looked up fun facts. Do not just like, that's not like an internal
Those are not
thing that
facts
I
that I
know.
have on my person at all times. These are facts that businessmen need to know at all times.
I just felt like I needed to clarify that I don't just like know Zac Efron's dating history.
I don't believe you.
Oh no.
Troy confesses that he's worried about what his dad will think if he finds out about the singing, but Troy doesn't want to
Yeah.
be like just the quote-unquote basketball guy.
Right, and Gabrielle says, you know, you seem to have the school figured out, everyone's your friend, and he's like, yeah, unless we lose, which is a good character development moment of him just being like, yeah, but they only like me because I win, and that's not real.
Yeah. Gabriella also says that she's really glad that at least right now she's not the freaky math girl like she was at her old schools, and she can just be a girl here. And it's a really nice scene for
And
the
he
two
has
of them.
such a cute, she's like, I can just feel like a girl, and he has a really, really cute one-liner where he's like, and you even look like one too. Like, it was very funny.
We get this like weird somber music montage as Troy and Gabriella prepare for the callbacks. Kelsey plays the piano, Troy goes over his sheet music, and Ryan overhears him singing in the stairwell and is trying to figure it out. Same thing happens with Sharpay and Gabriella, except Gabriella's singing in the bathroom. Sharpay walks by in the hallway and like
Kicks open one of the doors.
yes, that, but also once Sharpay leaves and we see where Gabriella was hiding, there's no fucking way Sharpay didn't see her.
There's no fucking way she didn't see her.
Just-
No, she was just like behind a wall.
Yeah, and Sharpay looks at the
In a
wall.
corner.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's so silly. Anyway, so they also both rehearse with Kelsey. Cut to basketball practice. Troy is missing.
And Dad's being a dick.
Do they have detention again? I'm confused because what it turns out that where Troy is like helping the drama club.
I don't think he has detention. I think he's had a change of heart.
Oh. Troy shows up to practice right as they leave, and Coach Dad kind of shames him. Gabriella shows up. They have very cute, flirty banter.
Oh, so cute.
It's adorable. They tease each other, and she steals the ball, and he's like, that is called traveling, dear. That is very bad traveling. And so he grabs her from behind, and it's like the cute classic, like, TV movie flirty where it's like he's trying to grab something from her, and they're just like...
It's like an excuse for body contact.
Exactly. And enter Coach Dad and tells her to get the fuck out.
Yeah, he's like, this is a closed practice. And Troy's like, practice is over. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But Gabriella leaves, and as soon as she leaves, Coach Dad just like shits all over her. He blames Gabriella for Troy getting detention.
Yeah. And he's like, you're a playmaker, not a singer. And he's like, I
We
could
can
be
be both, Dad. And he like walks out.
Turns out the whole team was eavesdropping on this
Yeah.
conversation.
We go to the library, and again, Troy is there. Chad comes up to him, and he just bugs him. He's like, you're a hoops dude. You're not a singer.
If you want to be famous, you should be a basketball player, not a singer.
The arguments are bad.
Okay.
Later, we see Chad talking to Taylor. We don't hear what they're saying, and this is in the science math lab, but Sharpay and Ryan see them talking.
They see Chad walking into the science room, and that is so suspicious that he walks into the science
Willingly.
room that they follow.
Yeah, and they theorize with their brains that the jocks are trying to work with the smart kids to make sure that Troy and Gabriella get cast in the musical. This logic makes no sense.
Sharpay is not the sharpest egg in the attic. So we see the end of the conversation between Chad and Taylor, and they've made some kind of deal to save Troy and Gabriella from themselves. Oh, cut to the next day. Chad is sneaky McSneakerton and says that their plan will start at 12:05 exactly. Cut to 12:05 exactly. Troy walks into the locker room, and the whole team is there to intervention
It is
him.
a basketball intervention.
So they remind him of all the past championship winners who didn't do musicals. They also emotionally manipulate him with his dad's legacy, which is brutal and not okay. Cut to
Simultaneously.
PowerPoint presentation. So Science is trying to convince Gabriella that Troy is dumb and sports are dumb. And she's like, I have to go to rehearsal. And they're like, no. So they tell her that she has to choose Smart Club and ignore Sport Club and give up Singing Club. So back to the locker room. Troy has this whole, he sort of pushes back to his team, where he was like, I thought you guys were my friends, my team, win or lose together, we do that together. Like, I thought you guys were supportive of me, not just of me on the team exclusively. And then super sneakily,
Oh my god.
they pull up a webcam that is definitely not recording. And they're like, but what about the girl?
What about Gabriella? And little does Troy know that they have started live streaming, recording him to a feed on Taylor's computer. So Gabriella watches Troy in the basketball intervention say, like, Gabriella's just a girl and it's not important. She's not important.
It's dumb, and I'm not going to do the audition.
And naturally, Gabriella's fucking heartbroken by this.
She cries, and Taylor is like, this is the perfect time to remind you that I would like you to join Smart Club.
Bad timing, Taylor.
Oh my god, read the room. So Taylor leaves and goes to lunch, and Gabriella looks outside and sees a cheerleader dance sort of pep rally.
Random, out of the ground comes a pep rally.
It's a flash dance of a pep rally.
This is what happens when you throw Gatorade onto a field. Just a pep rally bursts up. What is that Greek myth about, like, dragon's teeth and, like, an army springs up? It's like that.
I do not know.
It's like sewing dragon's teeth into the soil and then, like, a bunch of soldiers pop up. Anyway, that's what this pep rally was like.
So then she starts to sing the only solo in this movie. First off, I would like to discuss
her belt. Yes.
It's like an Obi belt.
And not her singing belt.
No.
Her physical belt. It should hold up your pants.
But it doesn't go through those loops. So it is. This was, man, mid-early 2000s belts were
useless.
Not a thing. They were so weird. They were just like sashes.
You know why I know this? Because we grew up in that time and I still don't know how to wear a belt. I
do not know how to fashion a belt.
I was let down by the belts of the era when I was making, like, impressionable fashion choices. And I just, to this day, I blame High School Musical for the fact I don't own a belt. I don't know how to wear a belt. Anyway, everyone's at the pep rally, and Gabriella sings to herself in the stairwells and empty hallways. The song is called Me and You, or...
I don't know what it's called, but it's basically that she's dumb for believing that he cared.
Yeah, that Troy betrays her. The physical acting in this song is so some of it is, like, really, really natural, and some of it is just abysmal.
Not. Now, I have a question.
I might have an answer.
I did not go to a school with a sport.
Oh, I know what you're gonna ask me.
Do sports schools normally have huge posters of their high school players, like floor-to-ceiling posters,
like current
covering
students.
the walls? Yeah.
I went to a college prep school.
So you also did not go to a sports
school. We
school.
were bad at sports. I did not go to a sports school.
Okay.
Dear listener, if any of you went to a sports school, although, to be fair, I don't think our listeners went to sports schools. The majority.
You never know.
It's true.
High schools, you didn't often get to choose your high school.
I'm just saying, like, so. I feel we know our market. Anyway, I also had a bone to pick about that. Of just, like, I don't think that's a thing solely because, like, teens are awful and, like, it's gonna get dicks drawn all over it in, like, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, song ends.
Cut to.
Gabriella walks to her locker. Troy comes up and she flat out ignores him.
Well, he tries to talk about the callbacks, and she just makes assumptions that he's going to tell her that he doesn't want to. And so she's like, you do the sports, I'll do the math, and it's where we belong.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this was, like, basketball practice, because it's not in the gym, but, like, outside. Troy walks through a basketball practice and then just runs away. Fully runs.
They're, like, on a track, and so it's unclear if he's just, like, going to, like, run around the track and that's, like, his workout, or if he's just like, I'm done with this, goodbye!
Fuck all of y'all. And he goes home to his house that has its own basketball court. And he keeps he practices, and Coach Dad comes out and sees him, but he keeps fucking up his throws and getting frustrated until he just flops on the ground.
I will say that throughout this movie, it is obviously Zac Efron doing a lot of throws for the basketball, and he's pretty good.
If he's not doing his own singing, the least he can do is his own basketball.
He could focus on the basketball.
Coach Dad sees that Troy is upset, but doesn't do anything about it.
No, just moves on. Then we cut to lunch. Troy and Gabriella run into each other, but Gabriella walks away before he can say anything, and both are sad and sit with people not their friends, and Chad and Taylor meet up, and they look confused.
And they're, like, kind of confused that their plan worked, but Troy is ignoring Chad, and Gabriella is ignoring Taylor. Like, that's not part of the plan that worked. Cut to the science roof. Troy is up there eating a white bread sandwich by himself. Grace, I'm so excited to tell you. So this is Chad, and 2 basketball players come up with him, and these are our goons. These 2 basketball players that come up with Chad are...
Zeke can't be a goon!
Oh, Zeke's not on the roof?
Yes, he is. He gives him cookies.
Oh, fuck. I mean, Zeke's a little goony in the way that, like, Kronk is goony.
That's fair. That's fair. He's a Kronk-style goon.
Yeah.
Lovable.
Oh, the other one's just full goon.
Oh yeah, full goon. No, there's one particular basketball player in my mind that is goon, and that's the one with, like, the short, aggressive bangs.
I don't remember any of their faces.
It was just because his haircut was so weird.
Okay. Anyway, Chad, Zeke, and the other unnamed basketball goon come up to the science roof to see Troy. Chad tells Troy that they had a little meeting as a team without Troy, talking about how they haven't been acting as a team for each other. And you know what? You know what, bro? We'll all be at your callback cheering you on. Troy tells them that Gabriella won't talk to him and he doesn't know why. And they're like, oh, we know why.
And Zeke is like, okay, I made you some cookies and you should eat these before we tell you.
And Chad confesses that they taped him without his permission, saying all those things about Gabriella so that Gabriella would not like him.
Yes. Cut to science. They also apologize to Gabriella. She isn't having it, and she still blames Troy. She basically says, yeah, maybe you filmed him, but he still said those things.
Under duress! Wow.
I was over on the bench! Anyway.
I didn't mean for it to sound like that, but that was the exact pitch and cadence. Wow, I just channeled that for a second. All right.
So Gabriella's still mad, and she still blames Troy. Cut to that night at Gabriella's house.
Still laughing about that.
We have at least one John Mulaney reference in every single episode.
That's not a problem. It's bonus points
not
for
at all.
anyone that catches it.
Cut to Gabriella's house.
Yeah, at night.
Troy is there and knocks on the door, and Mom answers, Gabriella's mom, and he asks if Gabriella's there, and Mom turns around, and Gabriella, like, sort of signals to her, like, no, don't let him in. And she says, no, she's busy with homework. And so Troy tells the mom, you know, I made a mistake and I want to apologize. Can you just tell her that I came by? And Mom is just like, what a nice young man.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good thing for him to do. You know what's not good for him to do is immediately after the door closes, he sneaks around back to her backyard.
To this Romeo and Juliet
private property
wannabe scene.
Hides in the bushes. He calls Gabriella and...
She does answer the phone, though.
There's ulterior motives. He calls her, and then he sees a light turn on. Like, that's where Gabriella's
so he knows
room
what room
is.
She's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, he says that, you know, he only said those things to shut his friends up. He didn't mean them. He was just, like, trying to get them to stop ragging on him. And she says, you know, the singing thing is making the school crazy. And he doesn't care. He just wants to sing with her.
He says that the guy she met on vacation is the more true him than who she's been seeing lately. He then climbs up onto her balcony, saying he has something for her.
You know what that something is? It's a song!
It's stranger danger. She opens the balcony door for him. She goes out onto the balcony.
He starts singing with her. Is this the only time it's actually Zac Efron's voice? Because it's a lower key, and it actually matches his mouth. For the first time.
I don't know. I just thought it was so funny that he clearly has the harmony for this song.
I know.
I was just like, that is not the melody everyone
used to.
knows. Yeah. And like it's
No.
nice to hear the harmony. I'm just like, this is not quite as melodic as
It's like when you hear just the alto line of
Yeah,
the song and you're like,
yeah,
huh.
exactly. It was so funny to me.
Very funny. So we cut to sports. Troy is killing it. We cut to smarts. Gabrielle is killing it. We cut to their rehearsals. They're both killing it together. So everything's just going great now that they've made up and they're going to be doing this callback together.
They meet with Kelsey and they rehearse, and Sharpay and Ryan overhear them rehearsing. And Sharpay is immediately threatened by anyone else having any iota of talent at all. And so Sharpay has a little light bulb moment. She's like, okay. The callbacks are Thursday. The Scholastic Decathlon and the championship basketball game are on Friday. Wouldn't it be a shame if callbacks were pushed so that it was happening at the exact same time as the Scholastic Decathlon and the basketball game?
And they couldn't do the thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Kelsey overhears them telling Darbus, and Darbus basically agrees to change the audition time.
This happened multiple times, but after that scene, there was like such a great fade out where clearly there was a commercial break. There are
Yes,
several of those in this
loved
movie.
The commercial
I
breaks.
loved it.
So good.
Um,
So Gabrielle and Troy see on the sheet that callbacks have been postponed to the following day, and Kelsey tells them that Ryan and Sharpay are to blame. And Chad, who is now very supportive, is mad, and he's like, and Troy's like, whoa, I have a plan. This next bit is the stupidest, funniest
are you talking
thing
about the subtitles?
in
The
entire-
titles?
Yes! Yes! So we cut to the next day, and we see the words, Game Day,
And then above it.
and then Callback Day,
Then above that.
Scholastic Decathlon Day. And then, Anna, what's right above that?
All caps. Help! I went back and paused to make sure I had seen that right.
Did you? Cut to a homeroom.
There's a very quick, I'm going to go through this quickly. There's a very quick montage
Yeah.
of the basketball team supporting the decathlon team, the decathlon team supporting the basketball team, and then the basketball team supporting the drama club team. The team.
And so basically all the basketball team have like
Open up
Go
their
Drama
shirts,
Club,
yeah.
all open up their shirts, and Zac Efron's the last one. He goes, exclamation point.
It's game day.
It is.
The day of the show, y'all.
So Coach Dad gives Troy a good pep talk basically about how, you know, I don't care if you win or you lose. All I want is for you to have a good time and enjoy yourself. And if you enjoy yourself, then I will be a proud dad, etc. Good pep talk. Good job.
Anyway, everything's happening all at once.
So, all the events are ready to begin. Ryan and Sharpay do their dumb and very silly warm-up. The, like, brr, brr thing.
Stupid. Okay. I have several questions about this sequence.
Yes.
First, why are parents allowed at why is callbacks a public event?
Right.
There are parents there. There are other students there. There is so much pep at this basketball game. I get it. It's a championship, but, like, there was a lot.
It's a championship, so that one was the only one that made sense to me.
All right, and then we get to callbacks, and we get to Ryan and Sharpay's performance at the callbacks, and take it away, Grace.
This is bop to the top, Anna.
What is it? Bop
Bop
to
to
the top.
the top. And I was speechless because I remember this song, but I did not remember how ridiculous and kind of offensive it was.
Oh, man.
At least at the very beginning.
There is a lot of...
Ay carambas and...
Yeah. And, like, rolling R's, like...
Yeah, for a song that
has nothing to do...
is in no way
Yeah.
has anything to do with that.
Very just, like...
It was very bizarre. Anyway, so they do this insane number
Her microphone is bedazzled.
with the same color as her dress. Oh, yes. She has, like, this full flamenco skirt, and he's in, like, a silver sparkly shirt. It's insanity, and it's a fully choreographed number.
For the record, dear listener, if you've ever had a callback or been to a callback, you don't do callbacks in full costume.
You also don't do different songs.
Yeah,
Everyone does the
that's
same
the thing. To my knowledge, Bop to the Top is not in Kelsey's show, or is it?
No, I don't know. I assumed not.
All right, we're going to real niche here. That would be like you got a callback for, like, Once the Musical, And you brought in something from, like...
Mamma Mia.
Yeah!
Like, hi, yes, I will be auditioning for Les Mis with a song from Hairspray. Like...
They do the song.
They do the song.
It happens. It's a song.
Interspersed with this song, Gabriella does one math problem by herself and the whole team wins?
No, they pass the
understand
first
this
round. If a decathlon is 10 rounds, then they, like, did the first round.
And so they won the first round. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what a decathlon is. I'm using Latin
scholastic
logic.
decathlon.
I'm just like, if it's
Latin
decathlon,
logic.
that means 10, right? Deca.
I think so, yeah.
That's Greek. Anyway, they do one round of the decathlon.
And then Taylor pulls up her computer and sends a hacker a Wi-Fi signal. Did you see the bar at the bottom that said sending Wi-Fi signal? I cackled. It was hilarious.
I did not see that.
So we follow some wires, because that's where the hacker signal goes. And it ends up fucking with the game score clock thing.
The scoreboard.
That's the one.
It causes a power outage at the game, and the referee calls for a timeout. Troy knew this was going to happen. Chad's like, go, 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 and Troy books it out of the gym.
Because it's the plan.
Simultaneously, Gabriella's team at the decathlon has made like a stinky chemical
smelly science
mixture, and they have to evacuate the decathlon room because it's just like noxious fumes.
And so it's important that everyone goes to the auditorium. Ryan and Sharpay finish their song, and Darbus calls out for Troy and Gabriella, but they aren't there. So she closes callbacks, and right as she does, Troy and Gabriella come running in and beg to sing, and the rest of the school starts pouring in after them, and Darbus is shocked and says, oh, well, we don't have a pianist, and Kelsey comes sliding in like, yes, you fucking do.
And Sharpay tries to intimidate Kelsey. She's like, you really don't want to do that. And Kelsey's like, yes, I do.
And Darbus is like, that's theater.
That's showbiz.
It's so funny.
Suddenly, the audience is full from everyone from the basketball game and the decathlon.
And the science game.
The science games. And it's time to sing. And Gabriella, all right, roll logistic.
Okay.
Gabriella chokes in that sense that she like gets really nervous to sing, but Troy's like, hey, don't look at all those people. Just look at me.
Look at me.
And then he starts the song first.
I was mad about this too.
Why was she choking if she doesn't even start the fucking song?
Oh, it was one of the goofs of this entire plot was that she gets nervous to start singing, and then he's the one who starts the song. Bonkers.
Anyway.
So then we start the song, soarin', flyin'.
Breaking Free is what it is called.
Breaking Free, that's what it is. The school all claps along, they kill it, they get really into it. Kelsey at one point kicks back her piano chair and starts playing, like, standing up. It was very fun. So Coach Dad and Mom come in at the very end.
Is Mom
see
there?
The end of it, and they're... Not his mom, sorry, Gabriella's
mom.
Because Gabriella's mom was there to see her do the decathlon.
Yeah.
Darbus is into it and starts clapping along with everyone else, and the song ends, and Troy gives Gabriella a kiss on the cheek.
They stare into each other's eyes.
It's very sweet. Cut to...
Really quick, basketball game. Game happens. Wildcats are down, but then Troy gets a basket, and they win the championship.
Gabriella comes running out to congratulate Troy, and Troy is about to kiss when Chad interrupts.
Oh, just swoops right in there.
He is like the opposite of a wingman.
It's to give Troy the game ball, though. Really quick, two things. There's one moment at the right when this happens where Coach Dad, like, tells Darbus, or she goes to him and she goes, bravo, and he's like, huh, brava. And she made the noise that you make all the time, where it's like, oh! And it was just...
This is why I will be Darbus eventually.
It was just a Grace noise. I'm going to say something very brave and very controversial, which is...
Tell me.
The slogan, like the catchphrase of this basketball team, this entire movie has been, get your head in the game. That's a terrible slogan. It's not easy to say. It's too many words.
Yeah, too much. So Chad then grabs Taylor and tells her that she's going with him to the after party and that it's her lucky day. And she somehow doesn't find this ridiculous and offensive and is instead very excited. I hated it.
No redemption arc for Chad.
No, he's just a bad person. Sharpay comes in and says that she's the understudy, so Gabriella should break a leg, and Gabriella looks alarmed until she explains the theater reference.
So funny. Sharpay is much cooler about being the understudy than she should be. Unless she's had, like, a full 180 of character development in, like, a scene that we did not see.
She should have been
Furious.
heinous.
Like, crying. Anyway.
Zeke asks out Sharpay again.
Yeah, he tries to give her cookies and she shoots him down, but she takes the cookies.
No, Ryan takes the cookies.
Oh. Troy gives Kelsey the game ball, and then this, like, one random basketball player, like, helps her make the basket, and he takes off her stupid bowler hat.
That's the basketball player that looks
the
like
goon?
a goon.
Yeah.
That final one.
Yeah. And then, if you know any choreography from this show, it is the final number.
Yeah.
It is all in this together. What do you fucking call that? The, like, squat with arms, pump arms, and then the clap, the da-da-da, clap together.
And it's a big final number, and everyone's happy, and no one's sad, and the end.
And then we have a post-credit scene.
I'm so glad that you saw the post-credit scene. Anna, this is the first time in my life I have ever seen this post-credit scene, and I screamed.
I just took the biggest sip of water. God damn it. Oh, I had seen this.
I didn't know.
What is the post-credit scene?
It's like, after all the celebrations, Zeke is sad and alone in the gym, filled with balloons.
Yeah, there's balloons all over the floor.
Sharpay comes running in with the cookies in her hand and yells, "These are the best cookies I have ever eaten in my life."
And then she charges at Zeke. Balloons go everywhere.
And she side hugs him. And she's like, "Will you make me more cookies?" And he's like, "I might even make you creme brulee." And then she drags him off screen, assumedly to go and ravage him and his cookies. I don't know. It was so funny. I had no idea. And the thing was is that I was just letting the credits play as I was finishing up my notes. And so I was like just typing away, and then suddenly this extra scene, which I had never seen before, appeared, and I damn near fell off my bed. Like, it was wild.
Oh, and that is end of movie.
Anna, how did you feel about this?
I loved this. 10 out of 10. Just
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Fun. It is just fun. It is available for free on Disney Plus, as well as for rent on Amazon Prime, which is how I watched it, for like $3. So, Grace, what did you think of this movie?
I loved it. Man, was I just hit with nostalgia for my junior high experience. It was... So, because I went to a performing arts high school, and I saw this movie before I went, there were expectations that were not met. Of just, like, dancing in the hallways, which, like, did happen, but no, there was no choreographed dancing in the hallways, and I was upset.
There was an SNL sketch about that with Zac Efron when we were in high school.
Yeah.
About him playing, I don't know if he was playing Troy Bolton or if he was just playing, like, a character in, like, the universe of High School Musical.
Yeah.
Where he just had this one line where he was, like, confessing his frustration. He goes, "I was tired and angry, so I started singing about how I was tired and angry, and no one joined in!" I'll find it. That's my show notes. I'm going to find that sketch. Because here's the thing. I reference that all the time, and no one ever gets it. Those aren't the words. I'm totally blanking on it now.
That's funny.
It was like I was happy and excited, so I started singing.
No one joined in.
The crux of it said, no one joined in.
That's so funny. I fully enjoyed watching this. Had a great time. So, would we like to move into...
Dramaturgy report. Dramaturgy report. I would love nothing more. This is our first TV movie.
Yes.
Musical.
And one of the first ones that wasn't originally...
a Broadway production.
Yes.
This was directed by Kenny Ortega.
Oh, boy.
American filmmaker, touring manager, and choreographer. He directed notably Newsies, Hocus Pocus, and High School Musical. He also choreographed, I love this, he choreographed St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Dirty Dancing.
Amazing.
In 1980, he was hired as one of the choreographers on Xanadu, working with Gene Kelly, who mentored him in choreographing for film, which I think is really cool. He also has directed multiple concert tours and events. He directed concert tours for Cher, Gloria Estefan, Hannah Montana, and Michael Jackson.
Oh my god.
As well as major events such as like Super Bowl XXX, the 72nd Academy Awards, the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, and the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City.
Oh wow. Go Kenny.
He was set to direct the 2011 Footloose remake, but he dropped out due to differences with Paramount over budget and the tone of the film.
Is that Footloose a musical?
I didn't see it. I think it is a musical. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know if it is.
Dear listener, Anna and I tried to do our first episode on Footloose, the Kevin Bacon version.
It was our beta testing episode.
It was our beta testing episode. It was not a musical, and this was a shock to both of us.
The Kevin Bacon one was never a musical. What came afterwards was musical. Whatever.
We were mistaken.
This was... Okay, I have a funny thing about this cinematographer.
Okay.
This cinematographer, his name is Gordon Lonsdale. He is specifically a TV cinematographer. Okay. He did several seasons on Bones and NCIS New Orleans. I googled his name. Very first thing that came up is... Gordon Lonsdale is also the alias of a Soviet intelligence officer from the Cold War.
What?
They're not the same, but a Soviet intelligence officer was known in the West as Gordon Arnold Lonsdale.
That does sound like a name that a Russian would be like, his American name, Gordon Lonsdale.
He posed as a Canadian businessman during the Cold War. He was a non-official, aka illegal, KGB intelligence agent and was the mastermind behind the Portland spy ring, which operated in England from the 1950s until 1961.
I love these facts that have nothing to do with this movie, but I'm so here for this history lesson.
I went down a rabbit hole.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, different person, same name.
So, I don't know if you saw this, Anna, but I have news for you. So, the writer of this was Peter Barsoconi, something like that. He was a music journalist. He spent weeks backstage.
Was he a Soviet intelligence officer?
Who is to say? So he spent weeks covering Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, Grateful Dead, The Kinks, Elton John, like all of these really popular musicians. After graduating from college, he was hired by the Merv Griffin Company as an interviewer for the Merv Griffin Show. And in 1979, he was named producer, a position that he held for 7 years, and he won an Emmy twice as the producer, and he was the youngest talk show producer to ever receive that award. So that was cool. He also wrote the screenplay Drop Zone, which starred Wesley Snipes, and he wrote the novelization of Mission Impossible. Now, in 2004, he wrote the first draft of a script for the Disney Channel original movie High School Musical for his preteen daughter, Gabriella, and many of her friends, after whom he named the characters. But he basically adapted it. The film has its origins in a 1999 script entitled Grease 3. And
I did know about this.
Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were going to star as the children of Danny Zuko and Sandy, which I do not understand how they could be romantic interests if they were the children of the parents. Unless they're stating that Danny and Sandy did not end up together and their children are going for it. The plot was virtually the same as that of High School Musical, but with more similarities to Grease. The character that became Sharpay was to be the daughter of Rizzo, and they tried to get Christina Aguilera for the part, but she declined. Timberlake's bandmates from NSYNC were supposed to have supporting roles, with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John allegedly approached for cameo roles. But before the script went through a second rewrite, the project was shelved until 2004. And so they basically gave the script to the writer, and he changed it into what is essentially High School Musical today. Now, High School Musical was the working title for the film, where the producers were brainstorming for a better name, but by the time they got to post-production, they couldn't think of anything else, and so they unwillingly settled for High School Musical.
High School Musical. What's funny about that is High School Musical has been in the zeitgeist for so long that I haven't taken a step back and been like, that's a bad title.
It's a bad title.
It is a bad title.
So the music and lyrics were written by David Lawrence,
Is he a Soviet intelligence agent?
Who is to say? He went to conservatory in New York. His plan was to graduate and become a film and TV composer. When he graduated, he moved out to LA, and a little while later, he got the opportunity to score an after-school TV special for ABC, and that director asked if he would do the music for his new Disney summer camp movie. And another friend asked if he would do a horror bug movie and then a romantic sex comedy. And so he was doing TV and film scores and got away from songwriting for a while before the High School Musical phenomenon. So obviously this was not originally a stage musical, so I will not be going into the history of the stage musical. But let's talk about the casting.
Yes.
Over 600 teen actors auditioned for this movie. Ashley Tisdale, who played Sharpay, originally auditioned for the role of Gabriella, but the director, Kenny Ortega, thought she would do better as the role of the bitchy Sharpay. Corbin Bleu originally intended to audition for Ryan, but he saw Lucas Gabriel dancing at the audition, and Corbin said that he couldn't shake like Lucas, and Ryan had to shake when dancing. So instead he auditioned for Chad and got that role instead. Lucas Gabriel, who played Ryan, originally auditioned to play Troy, but obviously didn't get it. The final callback for Taylor came down to Monique Coleman, who got the role, and two Asian American actresses, and she was worried that she wouldn't get the role because her hair, she said that it resembled Corbin Bleu's hair at the time, and she thought they would look too much like siblings. Now, Disney Channel executives and producers originally wanted Cassie Steele to play Gabriella after seeing her in Full Court Miracle, which was in 2003. She auditioned several times and had a screen test and was cast. However, she was in the TV show Degrassi Next Generation, and that conflicted with the movie, and so she ended up dropping out. So Vanessa Hudgens had to compete with 12 other girls for the role during callbacks for this movie, and she and the other girls danced and sang for like a full day to determine who would play Gabriella Montez. Zac Efron admits that he was living in a tiny efficiency when he made these movies. He also admits that he had no formal training of any type, and he was just winging it the entire time, which is hysterical. Do you know what his first film appearance is, or TV appearance is?
High School Musical?
It is not. It is Firefly.
Oh my fuck, really?
Yeah, he has a tiny bit part. He is like a young Simon in a flashback. So yeah, so those are the casting and the actors.
Okay, upon its premiere, this film attracted 7.7 million views. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has 63%.
That tracks.
Yeah, I mean, this was a Disney TV movie. This is not gonna get like the
It's not a
Rolling
technically good
Stone.
movie, but man, is it a joy.
As again, it is a TV movie. I don't have a lot for awards, but I will say the DVD went on sale in May 2006. It set a sales record with 1.2 million copies sold in the first 6 days, making it, at least for at the time, the fastest selling television film of all time.
Nice.
I'm not going to get into sequels and adaptations simply
There are too
because
many.
there are so many.
We should at least say there are two that are part of the main trilogy.
I don't want to call it a trilogy.
It is a trilogy. High School Musical 2 and High School Musical Senior Year. And that's all that we have to say about that.
Okay, singing. Zefron was dubbed. Zac Efron's singing voice was that of someone named Drew Seeley, who tested for the role of Troy. Seeley sang the entirety of Get Your Head in the Game and the reprise of What I've Been Looking For. Efron only sings the first 4 lines of Start of Something New, the first sentence of Breaking Free, and the scene on the balcony.
Good, I was right.
And it's because he's not a tenor.
Yeah, he's a baritone.
Producers wanted a tenor for the role. He did all his own singing in the sequels, though.
Yeah.
I guess.
We'll get there.
Other than singing, like, everyone's a good singer, for the most part.
For the most part, I didn't have any problems with the singing. It felt very 2000 singing of, like, everything is here.
Yeah. Especially with Gabriella.
Yeah.
Ashley Tisdale can sing.
Yeah. She had the stage singer ping.
Yeah.
The dancing.
Phenomenal. 10
I
out
have
of
no
10.
notes.
There was one moment in the Stick to the Status Quo where we had that, like, classic holding your lunch trays or a book and, like, everyone moved in
the
a circle, like,
yeah.
up and down. Gripes? My gripe is that Troy's dad put so much pressure on him and, like, they don't need scholarships. They have a lot of money.
My gripe is the lip syncing.
Yeah.
It was genuinely bad. There were moments where, like, songs were happening and you could actively see that the actors' lips were not moving. It was brutal. Do you have moments of joy besides all of it?
I had a lot of joy in like the Darbus one-liners and
Yep.
Darbus refusing to learn sports terminology.
So
I don't
great.
have any specific references to it.
I have to say, my 2 moments of joy were Troy's reaction to Gabriella saying she wants to audition. So funny. I'll see if I
Yes,
can find that
yes.
gif. And then the post-credits scene, which was brand new to me. Full moment of joy. I was over the moon.
Trivia and fun facts. I had one that like the girl that plays Kelsey like has no idea how to play the piano, and you can kind of tell
Yeah.
in Breaking Free she's just playing the same chord.
Bonk, bonk,
But
bonk, bonk, bonk.
my biggest thing is that the fact that they filmed this in 24 days.
Wild.
That is wild.
So fast.
And like several of the cast members were under 18. They were dealing with child labor laws.
Yeah.
How the frick did they film this?
Unclear.
This movie's like an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's an hour 38.
That is wild.
Yeah. I have 3 fun facts. 1. A duet between Coach Bolton and Miss Darbus was planned, but never filmed.
Oh, I would have seen that.
2. Lucas Gabriel revealed in 2021, so this year, that Ryan had a crush on Zeke.
Yeah.
Although many scenes from the franchise that implied this ended up getting cut, and there were a lot of conversations between Lucas and Disney executives saying that they wanted to be clear and have Ryan actually come out as gay, but Disney were cowards and decided not to. And then the final fun fact, it is about the actor who played Zeke, Chris Warren Jr. So his parents began spending his earnings from acting jobs without his knowledge.
Oh, no.
The money had been kept in trust since 2001, but his parents accessed it early to use at their leisure. He sued his parents in 2013, and the judge ruled in his favor, and in the end, his parents were forced to pay him $337,000 to replace the money that they had taken from him.
Damn.
I know.
But that's the show, y'all.
That's the show, y'all. I'm going to post the post-credit scene because everyone should watch it if you have not. And then we'll also post the SNL skit. This has been 5678, a movie musical podcast.
And we are so grateful that you chose to tune in to us today.
Indeed, for our 10th episode.
10.
Huzzah!
Holy moly.
You can follow us on all the places. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
We are available for streaming everywhere podcasts are found.
You can email us with how sports balls are played. What was the other thing that we wanted to know?
If sport high schools have large posters of their players,
Please let us know.
like current players.
Our email is 5678 a moviemusicalpodcast@gmail.com.
And thanks so much for going on this journey with us back
Yeah.
to 2006. This was a lovely ride down nostalgia lane, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
5678.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.